Right, what's up guys, welcome back to Mark Catches, and as you can see I'm on my drive. I'm starting for my drive today because we've got very big news. I've passed my driving test, so you see I've got my car there, I'm just starting to load it up. Absolutely amazing, I can't believe I passed. I still can't believe it, I keep checking the pass certificate to see if I actually have passed, so I'm going to get that loaded up now. It's a little Ford Fiesta, a little 3-door, so I've got to try and get all my stuff in that. I don't know how it's going to go, so wish me luck, and I'm going to try and get it all in now. Right guys, I've managed to get everything in. Well, just about. Have a look at that. That is a tight squeeze. I've got just enough room to look through my rear view window. So I'm going to get down to the fishing lake. I'm meeting Noah there from Lost and Fishing. And hopefully we can have a fish. In this session I'm going to be fishing with sweetcorn, but I'm going to go more in depth to that when I get there and get set up. So I'll see you there. Right, what's up guys, and as you can see I'm back on the fishing location and it is quite windy, so forgive me if it is really windy, but I'm just starting to set up. Noah's on the peg next to me and it's looking pretty promising. There's a lot of wind blowing in, so I'm going to get my overwrap on because I'm on a brolly and I don't think that'll hold basically. So I'm going to be fishing with sweetcorn today. I've got 2 rods and we're not on the opposite bank of where we were last time, so I'm thinking I'm going to drop some sweetcorn right in the margin and hopefully that'll bring us a fish. So I'm going to get these rods out, get the rigs out and talk a bit more about it then. Right guys, so tactics. What are my tactics for this session? So I'm going standard 1 meter lead leader with a 2-ounce lead on the end of it connected via a lead clip. As you can see, that's only pushed on halfway, so if it does come off and the fish gets snagged, you can easily get that lead off and get the lead off out of its mouth and it isn't trailing a lead. So for the rig, I'm going with a standard 6-inch Ronnie rig, my favourite rig of all, with a size 4 barbless hook on. I've got a couple pieces of pop-up corn on the end of there, as you can see, just all connected by a hook quick release and a little, I forgot what, a little kicker, that's what they are. I think it's a medium green kicker holding it all together. So that's my tactics, and I'm going to throw both of these in the margin, one on my right, one on my left, and this is the same margin where I had that fish from last time, and I'm going to get a couple of handfuls of sweet corn and throw it over, and fingers crossed we can have a fish. I've just seen a little roach jump there and I saw a bigger fish up the other end jump, so fingers crossed we can have a fish. Let's get these rods in. Right guys, so I've got the first rod here, the rig's here, I can cast it in right in this margin just behind me, so let's get that in, and my god is it windy. One sec. Give me 3 seconds.
What's going on here, Matt?
I'm on. That almost took my rod off the bank sticks. That was horrendous. Jesus Christ, that screamed right in the margin.
It's a bream now.
Oh, it probably is. It won't surprise me now. I'm going for it, ain't it? See, what do you reckon it is? A mirror, common? Oh god, it's crossed another line. Right guys, so we've got the first fish, he's in the unhooking mat, and let's get the hook out of his mouth, a couple of pieces of fake corn. But first off, we're going to get him nice and wet, never let him dry out. Make sure your unhooking mat and everything's dry. There we go, make sure it's nice and wet and doesn't dry out. Right, the hook is out, we've got it here, and because this hook, it has made a little bit of a mess of his mouth, we're going to put a lot of this Nash Fish Care on. So we're going to give it a dry off first, as always, to keep it nice and dry. There we go. And then the next thing is a cotton bud with a really big blob of some of this Nash Ultra Carp. I'm going to get this on one of these cotton buds and put it where he's been wounded. Don't let it flop about. Right, big fat blob of that on the cotton bud, I think they're called. Let's get the inside of his mouth. There we go. And make sure you also get the outside of his mouth. Everywhere that's been injured, make sure you absolutely cover it in it. There we go. And then just to seal that off and finish it up, get a bit more water and pour it over and that'll seal it and give it the bacteria seal to stop it getting injured. So let's get this fish out and give you a look. Right guys, as you can see, beautiful little common. We forgot to give him away actually. We'll give him away in a minute and we'll put the weight up in the video. But he's absolutely beautiful common. What
really
do you reckon?
Nice. It's proper nice. I'm probably getting guess probably 15-2.
I'm going to stick 14-12 as my guess, but he's really dark ashy colour. He's a really dark common, which is nice. Got some beautiful colours on him. His mouth isn't the best, but that's the thing with some of these lakes. But he is still a really nice fish in great condition. And I had him 2 pieces of pop-up corn right in the margin, probably 4 foot out. So we're going to get that rod back in, and hopefully we've got plenty of time left of the session. Hopefully we can have another fish.
And hopefully I can have a fish as well. But as Matt said, we've only been here for probably 3 hours tops.
Yeah, 3 hours tops.
Well, rod's in the water for probably about 3 hours, maybe even 2. And Matt's bagged this lovely fish already, so we've both got a lot more time to get more fish. So make sure you stay tuned in this video.
Yeah, hopefully we can have a fish, and let's get this back, get a photo, and give it away. Yeah. Sounds like a lot, but we won't keep it out of the water long. Great. Coming out at 13.9.
13.9.
So take off the 210 off this waist length, and coming out at an alright weight. It does definitely look bigger.
It does look bigger. I think it's a bit chunky, but it's not actually that wide, is it?
Right guys, so we've got the common. It come out at 12 pounds 4 ounce, which is slightly small, but still a cracking fish. There's plenty of time for another. So let's get this released, and hopefully, fingers crossed, on to number 2.
And me for number 1.
And Noah for number 1. Go on. She's off. Cracking that was.
Nice one, Matt. Mega
nice
fish.
One. On to the next one. Right guys, so as you've just seen, we've just had a fish out. Absolutely cracking common. First one of the session, and I think it's just clocking on to 5 o'clock. So if we're here till tomorrow dinner time, we've got plenty of time for another fish. I've just got my rods back in, a bit more bait thrown over him. Noah's getting some sweet corn dropped off to him later, throwing with his bait, because that's what I had that on. And I have fished here. I fished here a lot. It was a couple of years ago, I think about 2 years ago, and I used to be up here all the time. And I had a lot of fish out. I think I had the second biggest one on the lake. It could be the biggest now, but back then, that coming in bang on 20 pounds, that was common. I used to fish here a lot, and that's how I roughly know where the fish are. I know over time they can change, go to different places, but if you have a rough idea, that's what I've gone back to the old tactics. And it's nice to get back down here, away from surf. Don't get me wrong, I can't wait to get back on surf, get a campaign going, and hopefully have some of the cracking fish out of there. But get back onto some of the old waters I used to fish, and have some of the fish out and see how they're all doing. So what I'm going to do is get back in my bivvy, see how the weather is, and I think it's supposed to be raining in a minute, so I'm going to take a bit of shelter, and this wind is coming down horrendously, so I'm going to take a bit of shelter, watch the water, and fingers crossed get another fish.
Right, Noah's on, guys.
Oh, finally had a fish. I thought it was a double take for a second.
That scared me, that did.
But it's actually hooked onto my left rod and my right rod was beeping. I thought I was on my right rod.
Must have crossed lines when you...
Yeah, it wasn't. This fish must have been on for a minute or so then, but my left rod wasn't beeping, but my alarm was on. It's a nice fish. So this is on a CM1 pop-up that was just flinged out just to that island over there. And I can't lose this fish. It wasn't too far out though, so it came in very fast.
It's all coming up to the surface.
It's quite big.
Oh, it's nice, it's common.
Quite big. I think he is ready to come in though. Another dry.
In the net!
Oh, come on, finally got a fish.
It's good going, that is,
Noah. It's
Noah.
a nice fish, it's very, very long. Indeed, it is long, so let's have a quick look at it in the net.
Make me leave me hanging, are you?
Oh, sorry about that, Matt. Nice one, Matt.
It's a nice sized fish, that is.
Right, so let's get that right rod back out and this left rod back out, and then I'm going to get it in the retaining sling, let it get a breather, and then we'll get it out for some pictures. So we've got this absolutely stunning 15-pound 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, 15 pound.
Absolutely mega fish, and I'm super chuffed. And at first I thought this fish was a double take. I lifted my left hand rod up first, which this fish was on, and then my right hand rod started beeping. I was like, Matt, I think I'm on a double take here. But it turns out this fish just tangled up all across my lines. But it's an absolutely stunning fish, got mega colours, a really nice white belly, and a really nice red tail.
Red tail? That's one.
And a really nice red tail. So absolutely stunning fish. We'll get some pictures and we'll get it straight back in the water.
Right guys, you've just missed it. A fish has just jumped right at the margin, I've just heard. But it's currently 11 o'clock, and as you can see so far, I've had a fish myself, and Noah's also had a fish. It's been an absolute cracking session so far. Got going with really nice fish, had the biggest one of the session, and I was flicking back through some photos. I'll stick it up if I can find the photo, but I had that fish about 2 years ago, 12 pound 2 I think it was, and Noah's had it at 15.7, so it's put on some weight, that fish has, and it's still in really nice condition. It's got some cracking photos. I'm going to put them up, some cracking photos of that fish. Absolutely amazing. So fingers crossed we can have another one throughout the night. We've got to about tomorrow afternoon to hopefully get another one. So we've got all the morning bite time, so there's nothing saying we can't have another fish, especially in the morning or even throughout to the day. So fingers crossed we have another fish, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Do forgive the hair. I've just jumped straight out of bed for this, literally dived through the door, almost tripped up. But as you can see, we've got a very lively fish on. It doesn't feel very heavy, I'll give him that. But he's putting up with the scrap. Looks like a nice. Oh, it's another little common. That's salmon. Chat with that guy over there. He's just got the permit 6 months ago. Get him in the net. Ooh. In the net. Second fish of the session. Third one I've hooked, but cracking fish. Let's get it out. Right, morning guys. As you can see, I'm back, a bit of vlog style. I've got the tripod set up by the cradle because I have actually got another fish in the set, in the net, not the set. Second fish of the session. I did hook into one at 6 o'clock this morning. That felt a bit bigger. That was I got that. I was fighting that for about 3 or 4 minutes. Got it into the margin and it pinged out its mouth. Absolutely gutted, but dropped it straight back in the same spot. And what do you know, I'm on another one, a nice little common. So we're going to get that out now, give you a look, and fingers crossed we've got plenty of time for another one. That's a 4th one of the session now between me and Noah. So great session, come on. Right guys, so I'm back, second fish of the session. Noah's let me try his cradle because I haven't tried a cradle before. So first things first, we need to keep the fish nice, hydrated and wet. So let's get some water poured on it. And I might add, the water in the lake is warming up, so I imagine these fish will start spawning soon. So we've got to make the most of it before they start spawning, and we've got to come off. So, second thing second, bit of fish care. Am I right using your spray?
Yep.
Come on, cheers. So, let's find where he's been hooked, and let's have a look. Right on the side of the mouth. So, give this a little bit of a shake, and this is the one that you spray on. This is Gardener Intensive Care. So, give that a spray, cover the side of it, inside and out. And I am just going to put some more water over it, just to make sure it doesn't wash off and it seals. So, let's get the fish away, and then we'll get it out. Right, we're playing 12 pound 8. 12 pound 8 with the sling, so 10 pound. See? Is it? Yeah, 10 pound. 10 pound the fish. Nice little size for the lake. So let's get it out and we'll give you a look. Right guys, so as you can see, we've got the common. He's a lively fish, definitely. He's in immaculate condition. Apart from his mouth, he's got a little bit of a parrot mouth. But he put up a cracking fight for the fish, what he is. This is my second fish, and that means together we've had 4 so far this session. I've
Not
lost
bad at
one.
all, is it?
No, it's a good session, just a casual session.
Nice steady session, and I think there's definitely time for us to at least have one more fish, if not more.
Yeah, so we've got fingers crossed, we've got about 4 hours left, so there's plenty of time for each of us to have another fish. I'm going to get my breakfast on after this and get this fish released.
Right.
Cracking little mirror, second one of the session been released.
Well then, Matt.
Yep, full fish this session. Fingers crossed. We could maybe have a couple more. We've got about 4 hours left. Who knows?
I'll see what the day brings.
Attention, please. Money is evil. Trust your people and hold your hand out to make it equal. Love yourself when no one else will. 'Cause they can't help it. They're just selfish too. They don't waste the breath. They don't know you. They don't know you.
Right guys, so as you can see, we're back again, and we've got, this is my third carp. I've already lost one. This makes it my third on the bank. So in total we've had 5 so far this session. Absolute cracking session. He's a little mirror, so let's get a bit of fish care and then we'll get him out. Right guys, so we've got the hook out. That hook was horrible to get out, but I always carry a pair of tongs with me that you use for pike fishing. They're always handy if you can't get your fingers in the mouth for some reason. But first, we put the water on him, keep him nice and hydrated. Let's get some of the fish. Fish instant care on, I think it is of Noah's, and he's been hooked right in the bottom of the lip. Perfect, but he is a bit of a parrot mouth, so it is going to be a bit difficult for getting it out. Inside and outside, we'll give him a quick spray. Make sure we've got plenty of on there, and I'm going to seal it with some more water. There we go, perfect. So we'll give him a weight and then we'll get him out, and then you can have a look at him. 13.8. 13.8, and then knock off 2/10 for the sling. 11 pound mirror. Let's get him out and give you a look. Right guys, here we go. Fish number 5. A cracking little mirror. Yeah, it would be a leather, but he's got some scales running across his back. Take a look at him. Absolutely amazing. The colours on him so vibrant and really nice. But he weighs in at 11 pound, bang on when we've weighed him after we take off the weigh sling. So cracking little fish. We've had quite a few little ones. Noah's had the bigger ones, but I've had 3, so I think that might make up for it.
Yeah.
So let's get him back, get a couple photos with him. And it's a great way to end the session. So as always, this is Matt Catches signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.
See you later.